Hey guys, I'm back, and last time, if you checked out my last video, it was chroming with the graphite powder. Now, in between the last video and this one, I really hit the sword, and I also hit the surface board with a ton. Like, I really lopped it on, and it really came out good. Like, that graphite powder really does good. And I have not put any lacquer on this, the sword, or I also did the weight set. And that really looks good too. That really came out very chrome looking. Way more chrome looking than it was before. Way more. So that absolutely looks awesome. So, my one advice to you would be don't touch this stuff without gloves after you use the graphite powder until you put gloss on whatever you've done with the graphite powder. Now, I also went out and bought these, which are makeup sponges, and I was going to use these with the graphite powder today on this episode to do the surfboard more, because I really want this thing to be chrome. And I also, of course, have the Silver Surfer ready to go too, minus his hands. Could have taken off his feet too, but I suppose that shouldn't be too bad. But we're going to do him too. So, it looks like these are actually, I don't know if these are these are two halves together, which seems like a way better idea, which, yeah, that's what it is. As you can see, this one, I pulled this one apart, so that's why it looks so thick. This is what they look like when you get them, and they're pretty good. I mean, these were, they're the Equate rounds. And this was like buck or two. I think it was like $1 something. It wasn't even $1.50, so it's cheap. They're very cheap. So, and now we're gonna see how they do with the graphite powder. Alright, so let's get the cover down here. We'll put the graphite powder in here. And again, I like the paintbrush as an applique, and you can just kind of, I did this the last time. Like I said, between videos, I kind of took the paintbrush and just loaded up a bunch of graphite powder. And I had done it on with a paper towel, which these I got because I figured these would be way better, so we'll see. But what I did was I put that on there, then I just applied whatever I wanted to chrome, and then I just started rubbing it. And it really, and of course you want to put some, pressure, real pressure on it, because, especially with this surfboard, because obviously it has the lines, you want to get those to all look chrome too. Get the side, both sides, obviously, the front. And then we are going to put that down, get our brush again, and again, just don't feel bad about putting too much. This stuff is cheap, and it really works, but it works better with a lot. So again, load it up, apply the item that you want to chrome, and then just, like I said, start rubbing. And you want to, like I said, apply some real pressure on that, but wow, that just really does come out good. It really chromes things up very good. So let's put that down again. Now you can either keep using this or, right, obviously flip it over, or throw it aside. Just grab a new one. Why not? I mean, you get 100 of those things in that package. I mean, 100 of these things. Come on, for under like $1 something, under $1.50, it's worth all day to just load it up and just use one, and you don't even have to flip. But if you want to be frugal, you could flip it over. So there's that option. So, and here we go. As like I said, you just gotta apply pressure and rub, as they say, and just keep rubbing it and putting that pressure on and rubbing it, and then hit the side, and then again underneath the board, and just keep rubbing the whole thing, a whole perimeter of the board, and then just kind of tap it down, and wow, that really looks great. I mean, you can even take another round and just kind of do that. So just to kind of dust it, especially before it, like if you're going to apply a gloss coat right after you're done. Which with these, I am going to apply a gloss coat to this. And I heard, from what, I forget the YouTuber I watched, the one video that he was doing this chroming with the graphite powder. I'll have to look up his name again and shout him out and give him credit for showing me this. Because this stuff is really good. And I wouldn't have known about this stuff without him. So I should have thought of shouted out him before this. But I will shout you out in the next video, my friend. But here we go. And again, you just want to just grab both sides. Like I said, load up that round and just rub it as hard as you can. And don't care about, if I was thinking about covering the handle and stuff, but as I was looking at it, really it's dirtying it up and making it so when you do throw a gloss coat on it, that's probably just going to look like a black wash that brings out the details, if anything. So, but like I said, you just want to go down it just like that, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it really makes that sword look so much better. It really does, I think, anyway. In my personal opinion. Now, the question is going to be, will it do it to the Marvel Legends Silver Surfer? And this is the Walgreens version, I believe. So, only one way to find out, correct? Correct. So, get another round. Brand new round for the Silver Surfer. And, yeah, let me move the sword down a little. Alright. Let's get this round loaded up with a bunch of graphite powder. Alrighty, there we go. So again, I'm going to go with the same technique I was doing before. So let's see what this chest looks like. I mean, it's chromed out and it's reflective. But you know, and it is. I mean, if that's what you had and it was just chromed out, that's pretty good. I mean, and again, this is when figures were, what, 20 bucks? But what they're worth. In my personal opinion, I believe they're only worth about 20 bucks. So, enough of that. Let's get to what we came here for. I'm going to stick this over Surfer's chest directly onto the round around, and then I am going to proceed to rub the silver surfer's chest area. I am just rubbing the chest, and then I will work my way down a little bit as we go. But I am just doing the front chest area just to see how this is going to look. Oh yeah, it's a huge difference. You can see it in just here. Let me move the cover over, because I'm going to use that round again still, I think. But I mean, look at the difference between the leg and just that chest that I did. That's crazy. That's awesome. That looks way more chrome than it did before. Like I said, you just want to rub it as hard as you can, with as much force as you can muster, without obviously hurting the figure, you know. So put him down for a minute. I'm going to grab the other round that I had been using. I think this is the sword one I used for the sword. So there we go. And let's see what we can do about the legs on the surfer. Wow, huh? That really does make a big, huge difference. You kinda, I mean, this is pretty tough. You gotta do each part just like, you know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, well, you can definitely see the difference. I hope the lighting's good enough for you guys. There's a heat wave in the northeast, so I got my shade closed, but I'm trying to get some ample light. But that looks... It's a big difference between the leg I did and the leg I didn't do. So, which obviously this is the leg I just did, and this is the leg I haven't touched, and there is quite a difference. The reflection is way, of my shirt is way more than on this leg. That is really an incredible thing to do. So I am definitely doing this all over the surface. So, but that is looking good. But I just wanted to show you guys that obviously, like, you can do it with action figures too, so not just weapons and the such. Yeah. And you can just see how much it makes it reflect more. That's unbelievable. What a great product. I'm sure it wasn't invented for this, but who knows, it could have been. I have no idea. Like I said, all I know is, you know what, I'll look it up after before I edit this video, and I will make a small note to shout out the YouTube creator that I learned this from, whose video I watched to see how to do this. I just figured people might want to see more videos on this. And I also, I want to do this guy eventually, too. So, and always let me know down in the comments if you want to see that. I'll probably do it anyway, no matter what, but to hear comments that, hey, yeah, we want you to do that figure, would be nice. So remember to hit that subscribe and like button. I would greatly appreciate it. So now let's tackle this leg. And again, it's just a matter of hitting it and trying to put as much pressure as you can on the leg without obviously doing any damage to the figure. But it really does make a big, huge difference. It really, really does. That is huge. Huge. Alright, so but yeah, so it really makes a big difference on your figures, guys. So I would suggest doing it, definitely, and then throwing a gloss coat on it. Like I said, actually, and don't handle this after without gloves, because it will come off on your fingers if you do not put a gloss coat on this and finish it first. So just remember. And again, like I said, I'm going to throw a gloss coat on this, and that should be either good, or I think I'm going to throw a gloss coat on this and then try another round of graphite powder to see how that works. So let me know if you want to see that, guys, too. Like I said, and again, I'll probably just do it anyway, just because I like to make YouTube videos about this stuff. So, and so there you go, guys. All right. Again, that's the video. Graphite powder, chroming with, and it really works. So, again, I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you all have a great day. Remember, subscribe and like. Alright, I'll talk to you later.